Want to make sure I'm streaming. There it is. This is the Prairie Field Services Safety Meeting for the week of July 29th, 2019. Just trying to get signed into YouTube here so I can see what we're doing, who's out here. Going to talk a little bit this week about our driving safety and vehicle policy. As most of you know, we're undergoing a federal DOT audit right now because of our incidents and things such as that. Some of the things that they are finding come out of our vehicle policy too here that we need to talk about. It identifies who needs to be trained and driving guidelines, so we keep our equipment safe, is what it's for. And let me go the right way. The company, we have to make sure you guys are authorized to drive the vehicle. We go through DISA, we check stuff. If there are any changes to your driver's license or anything such as that, we need to know. We have a couple of those that have been pulled that have issues with driver's license. Big thing, don't forget, when you get a DOT med card, you have to take it down there, or you can email it to the state and get it on file, or they downgrade your license. So make sure those get in there. We obtain proof that you're good to drive vehicles, all that stuff. Training and education. Go through a training program, be it the CDL school or the experienced driver training. You get training on how to drive stuff. We do Smith driving. Smith recommends every 2 years. We do it every year. Our insurance company gives us a good break on that. But let's have some of our safety precautions in place. Have a valid driver's license for the class of vehicle you're operating. If anything happens to your license, be it suspended, revoked, tickets, we need to know. Even in your personal vehicle. We would rather know about them than run your MVR and find all this stuff on there that could jeopardize your ability to drive one of the company trucks. Follow the laws out there. Pretty simple. You do it in your personal vehicles. Let's do it in the big trucks. If you're taking prescription medication or over-the-counter that can make you drowsy or something like that, or says you shouldn't be doing this, let us know. If you're fatigued, let's stop. Also, there's no smoking in company vehicles. There's been a lot of that going on. A lot of pumpers talking about cigarette butts by the Getty boxes again on location. Smoking at the LACT while you're offloading. You can't be right there loading. You're in a placarded vehicle. That is a federal fine. You got to be out away from the truck. Alan will have them detailed and probably charge you again for it. Passengers will be transported in vehicles designed for passengers. We can't ride in the back of a pickup like we all used to, or some of us in this room used to back when, because you just can't do that anymore. If you're assigned a specific vehicle, make sure you keep it clean, functionable, all of that. If you're the driver and have passengers, make sure all your passengers are buckled up also. Do your daily pre- and post-trip inspections to standards. We'll talk a little bit more about pre- and post-trips here in operations notes a bit. If there's any DOT-related issues with the vehicle, let's get it on the DVIR like we're supposed to. Make sure all your headlights, running lights, all that are cleaned. I know we got guys in the shop that are supposed to be washing trucks, but they aren't. Run them through. Hose it down really fast if you can't see those lights. Let's run with headlights on during the day.
Speaking of that, the wash bay's fixed.
The wash bay is fixed for you guys out there. Good deal. Double check the brakes. We had a truck come in the other day that none of the brakes were even touching. They had one functional brake on the truck. We got to get that kind of stuff repaired. So there's obviously no DVIRs being done on that truck. Use a spotter if you have to when we're backing up. Sound horn once for forward and twice for backing before you move a vehicle. make sure you wear your PPE when you're out there on location at that. We were talking about gas monitors before the start of the safety meeting. Yeah, they are a pain. They go off all the time, but we have to have them on. Those are our producers that require the 4 gas. I'm sure Alan and Gilby would both agree that if it were up to us, we'd stay with the single H2S because it's a whole lot cheaper. But it's our producers that require the 4 gas. Don't do any good when they're empty. See the shop. Let's get those things replaced. Do your look for hazards. Don't be up on top of your tanker. We've talked about it quite a lot. You don't have fall protection. And if it has a lockout tagout sign on it, you can't move it until whoever applied that lockout tag. Like there's a real influx on the audits we see of no chocks, no ground, cones just being thrown. You're in a placarded vehicle. You are required by federal regulation to do a complete walk around every time it stops and check the tires, not just throw a cone to the front and the back.